When you're in the heart of your financial journey, it can be easy to fixate on getting to your next milestone and lose sight of what all of this is for. Yes, it's important to manage our money well, and yes, it's important to get to our next milestone. And for many of those, it's better to get to them sooner. But we can't afford to fixate so much on our finances that we allow life to pass us by. In this video, we're going to talk about why it's important to pause and celebrate each of our milestones. Hi, welcome to MyFiMap, the one-stop shop for your financial independence journey. My name is Chris, and I'm here to teach you everything that you need to know about financial independence. I want to be clear, I'm not some guru selling a class, and I'm not a financial advisor. Honestly, I haven't even achieved financial independence myself yet, but I have thought about finance and investing almost daily for the last 12 years, and I thought that I would take some of the knowledge and experience that I've accumulated and share it with you all. If that sounds like something that you'd like, hit the subscribe button. We're in the final video in our series on the path to financial freedom. If you're just joining us or you missed any of the last 5 videos, click the card to get caught up. The last step to achieving true financial freedom is learning to celebrate our milestones. And yes, I do mean learning to, because it doesn't come easy to us, especially after we've been so focused on achieving our milestones along the way. In personal finance, especially in those circles that tend to worship Dave Ramsey, people tend to elevate a frugality mindset. Frugality can be both a blessing and a curse. It really helps those spenders get their finances under control, and it really helps to stretch a small or unstable income further than it would normally go. Unfortunately, it's too easy to get strict about frugality. Not only does it make our finances a pain to deal with, but if we're honest with ourselves, it makes us a pain to deal with too. No one likes hanging out with that person that's super fixated on how much something is going to cost. And no one likes hanging out with that guy who's fixated on paying exactly his fair share and not a penny more. I would know, I used to be that guy. Thankfully, my friends are super gracious and bore with me as I gradually grew to understand that I was kind of miserable to be around. I've mentioned time and time again that money is a tool. Yes, we need money to survive, to buy food and water, to put a roof over our heads and put gas in the car. But we can't allow ourselves to be completely dictated by how much we're saving or making or investing or spending. Put another way, we're meant to be the masters of our money, not mastered by it. Sure, you can probably achieve financial independence faster if you just grit your teeth and put your nose to the grindstone. Pay down your debt as fast as you can, save up all the money that you can, and maximize your investments. But then what? You're not going to be able to just flip a switch and suddenly relax and enjoy your money. Every time that you go to spend your money, you're going to be haunted by thoughts of what you should be doing with it. The solution is to celebrate your milestones in a meaningful way. If you've achieved a big milestone, celebrate in a big way. This is actually something that I really enjoy about Dave Ramsey's show. When people finish paying off their consumer debt, they call in or take a trip out to the studio in Nashville. They share their story about how they paid down their debt, and then they get to shout, "I'm debt-free." For a lot of people, this is a huge milestone, and this is the first time that they've let the foot off the gas in months or even years. A lot of these people are able to quit second or third jobs that they picked up to pay down their debt faster. And the best part is they're finally able to step back and enjoy their life without debt weighing them down. You don't need to do a debt-free scream if you don't want to, but maybe you could treat yourself to a weekend getaway. Or if that doesn't suit you, maybe you could donate to a cause that's meaningful to you. Or you could treat yourself to a spa day or join a club or class to learn something new. The possibilities are only limited by your imagination and your willingness to plan. With that in mind, make sure that the celebration is appropriate for the milestone. If you just paid off your first $300 debt, that's great, but it probably doesn't warrant a weekend away in Vegas, especially if you have tens of thousands of dollars in debt remaining. Maybe instead you could splurge a little and buy steaks for your family the next time you're at the grocery store. Bigger milestones do warrant bigger celebration. Just like we have big birthday celebrations at 18, 21, and 50, paying down your debt, buying your first house, or achieving financial independence is worthy of a big celebration. You don't necessarily have to have a party, but don't feel bad about saving up for a trip or going out to celebrate with your friends. Really, there's no limit on your celebrations, but if it's big enough, make sure that you take some time to save up for it. It might mean that you need to save up for big celebrations for a few months or even a year, but that's way better than overspending when you don't have the money and setting yourself back. Celebrating our wins can slow down the next milestone by a little bit, but that's okay. Our lives are meant to be lived, and our money allows us to experience that life more fully. So here we are at the end of our series. Hopefully you've learned something along the way and you've gained a bit of clarity on how to achieve financial independence. Leave a comment down below to share what you've learned. If this video or this series was useful to you, hit the like button. I know these past few videos have been really theoretical and informational. They've provided a framework and some examples, but they haven't been super detailed. In future videos, we'll have more actionable items like how to save money on taxes and how to automate your finances, deal with irregular income, invest, and more. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.